Every single sunrise brings us all the same gift, 24 hours. No more, no less. The sun does not shine longer for the rich, nor does the clock slow down for the successful. We all receive the same measure of time, yet what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary is how we use those hours. The world loves to talk about success as if it's some secret code or magical formula, but the truth, my friends, is far simpler and far more powerful. Success belongs to those who practice one sacred habit: consistency. Not passion alone, not talent alone, not even motivation alone, but the quiet, unshakable act of showing up every single day, especially when you don't feel like it. This is what Shi Heng Yi teaches. The path of mastery is not walked in giant leaps, but in steady, purposeful steps taken day after day, no matter the weather of your emotions or the noise of your doubts. Most people live waiting for that one big moment, the breakthrough, the opportunity, the miracle that will change everything overnight. But life doesn't work like that. Success is not lightning striking once. It's the steady flame that never goes out. It's built slowly, silently, and relentlessly through small daily actions that seem meaningless in the beginning but create unstoppable momentum over time. One drop of water cannot fill a bucket, but drop after drop, day after day, the bucket begins to overflow. The same happens with your habits, your discipline, your dreams. You cannot see the result at first, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. The seed beneath the soil looks lifeless, but beneath the surface it's growing roots, preparing for the moment it breaks through the earth. That invisible work is what builds your future. When you look at someone who has achieved greatness, an athlete, an artist, a monk, a leader, you may think they are lucky or gifted. But what you don't see are the thousands of hours of quiet repetition, the lonely mornings, the silent evenings, the failures, the rejections, and the countless moments of doubt where they still chose to continue. That's not luck. That's discipline repeated every single day. The world celebrates results, but results are just the surface. The real power lies in the process. Shi Heng Yi once said, "The flower doesn't grow because it wants attention. It grows because that is its nature." And that's what discipline is. Doing what must be done not for recognition, but because it is who you choose to be. You see, the person who reads for 30 minutes each day becomes wise not because they read one great book, but because they fed their mind daily. The person who exercises daily doesn't get strong overnight, but day by day, their body transforms, their endurance deepens, their willpower sharpens. The person who works on their goals consistently, even when tired, even when uninspired, builds a life others call impossible. The secret is simple: small actions, repeated daily, lead to monumental change. But the reason most people fail is that small actions don't give fast rewards. When you work on yourself today, you don't feel different tomorrow. You meditate once and your mind still wanders. You write one page and the book isn't finished. You save a little money and your bank account looks the same. That's why most people quit. They can't see the growth, so they assume it's not working. But the truth is, the roots are growing stronger underground. Real growth is invisible before it becomes unstoppable. The problem is never that the habit doesn't work. The problem is that most people don't stay long enough to see it work. When you commit to something small every single day, you begin to rewire your brain. You teach your mind that you are in control. Every time you show up, you strengthen your discipline muscle, just like lifting weights strengthens your body. It's hard in the beginning. It feels slow. You'll want to stop. But every day you continue, the resistance gets weaker and your momentum grows stronger. At first, it's like pushing a heavy wheel that refuses to move. But with each push, it turns a little more until one day it spins smoothly with ease. That's the power of momentum. What once felt difficult becomes natural. What once demanded effort becomes your identity. Shi Heng Yi often reminds his students that discipline is the bridge between your current self and your higher self. Every small act of discipline builds that bridge one plank at a time. Wake up early even when your body wants to sleep. Another plank. Exercise even when your mind says rest. Another plank. Meditate even when thoughts scream. Another plank. Over time, you build a path so strong that no storm of laziness or fear can destroy it. You become unshakable. You become consistent. You become powerful. And that is the path of mastery, not doing something once with intensity, but doing it every day with intention. Now imagine learning any skill, martial arts, music, or even self-control. If you practice for 2 hours one day and then skip for a month, you won't progress much. But if you practice for just 30 minutes daily, after 1 year, you'll be ahead of those who only dream of improvement. The difference is not in how hard you work, but in how often you work. Consistency multiplies your effort. It compounds your growth. It transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. The beauty of small daily actions is that they don't require perfect conditions. You don't need to wait for motivation. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need the best resources. You just need to begin, here, now, with what you have. Because consistency is not about intensity, it's about commitment. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you rewrite your future. You may not see the reward today, but one day you'll look back and realize every small choice mattered. Every time you showed up when no one was watching. Every time you said no to excuses. Every time you refused to give up. It all added up. Discipline doesn't just change your results, it changes who you are. It shapes your character, your confidence, your identity. It teaches you that the path to greatness is not found in grand gestures, but in the quiet repetition of purposeful action. The mountain is climbed one step at a time. The body is built one workout at a time. The mind is strengthened one thought at a time. You cannot control the entire journey, but you can control your next step. And when you focus on that next step every day, something extraordinary happens. Your life transforms. The reason 99% of people fail is not because they lack dreams or intelligence. It's because they lack consistency. They start strong and fade away. They get inspired but don't follow through. They want results without the process. But those who understand the secret, that consistency beats intensity, those are the ones who rise. There will be days when motivation disappears, days when you feel exhausted, days when your mind says not today. Those are the days that define you. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired, but the real warriors, the real masters, the true disciplined souls, they work hard even when they feel nothing. Because discipline is not about feeling, it's about commitment. Shi Heng Yi teaches that the body follows the mind, and the mind follows awareness. When you act with awareness, you don't need motivation. You move because it's your duty. You move because it aligns with your higher purpose, and that is what makes you unstoppable. Think about your dreams for a moment. The life you want, the peace you seek, the strength you admire. All of it is waiting for you on the other side of daily discipline. Not a week from now, not a month from now, not someday, but today. The path to mastery begins with a single step taken daily, without excuses, without delay. You don't need to do everything at once. Just start. One page, one push-up, one meditation, one moment of focus. Because one becomes two, two becomes 10, 10 becomes a lifestyle. Before you know it, the person who once struggled to start becomes the person who cannot stop. Consistency is not glamorous, it's not loud, it's not celebrated, but it's the most powerful force in personal transformation. It's what turns average into exceptional, chaos into clarity, and dreams into destiny. Every time you choose to show up, you cast a vote for the person you wish to become. And those votes, collected day after day, define your future. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for life to make it easy. The only way forward is through daily action. Remember, the same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. It's not the condition, it's the consistency of how you handle it. Your environment doesn't decide your destiny, your daily choices do. You are either building habits that create your future or habits that destroy it. There is no neutral ground. Every day is a test. Every action is a decision. Every decision is a step toward greatness or regret. So choose wisely. As Shi Heng Yi reminds us, do not wish for an easy life, wish for the strength to endure a hard one. That strength is born from discipline. The discipline to rise, to move, to act. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. Because in the end, greatness is not achieved by those who do the most. It is achieved by those who never stop. So my friend, as you finish listening to this, don't just feel inspired, act. Start with something small today and repeat it tomorrow. Let it become your ritual. Let it become your rhythm. Let it become your nature, because consistency is the quiet miracle that builds unstoppable discipline. And when discipline becomes your way of life, success is no longer a question of if, it's only a matter of when. If this message spoke to your heart, remember, your transformation begins with daily effort. Like Shi Heng Yi teaches, the path to strength is walked one mindful step at a time. So take that step now. And if you found inspiration here, I invite you to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it today, and subscribe to Daily Path to Strength for more powerful guidance, wisdom, and motivation that will help you grow stronger every single day, not just in body, but in mind and spirit. Because together we are building not just success, we're building discipline, purpose, and the unbreakable will to live our highest truth.